It's the Playhouse Podcast with Kat and JJ.
Can't believe it. I missed everything.
Missed the show?
What am I going to do?
Check out the Daily Podcast.
Did you hear Kat's flex on Wednesday morning show? This is crazy. She says that if she just hears your first name, she can tell you what you do for a living. It's like a blessing from the Lord. If you missed it, you got to catch up in the podcast in a couple of seconds. Here we go. Quick question. And I think I know the answer to this because I think you've mentioned it before, but who does the laundry in your home? It's your husband, right?
That is, well, as of lately, I've really been helping out.
Like he's slacking?
6 months. No, not slacking. I've just been, if I see something in the washer, I'll move it to the dryer. Oh. So then he can take that stuff and fold it and put it away. I mean, it's a grind.
So my wife caught, she was at a wedding on Saturday, and then Sunday she just didn't start feeling very well. And by Sunday night, she'd lost her voice completely and kind of developed a cold, which is so nice and quiet. And then the last couple of days, she's kind of had this hacking cold, and she's got like a Munchkin voice, like from the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
She kind of sounds like she's part of the Lollipop Guild.
We should call her up.
Nope.
Okay.
It's not good for anybody to hear this. And she's slowly kind of working through this little sickness she has. But Monday, she spent all day in bed. Like, she didn't get out of bed. Other than to go to the bathroom, I don't think she got out of bed. So we come home from our baseball game last night, and I'm like, I am beat. I had 3 baseball games today. I'm tired. I had to work, yada, yada. So I go up to bed, and I'm like, I'm going to bed. She's like, me too. She follows me upstairs. Get into the bedroom. She goes, oh, my God, I forgot to tell you. You got to help me make the bed. And I go, okay, no problem. So she had done all the laundry. Yeah. Because I said, well, oh, you're washing the sickness out of this? And she's like, yeah, I decided to, clean the sheets and wash everything.
That feels good.
Well, right. Normally, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's still sopping wet.
Oh.
I go, Trish, this is all wet. She goes, it's not that bad.
What was wet? The comforter?
So first we have what do you lay over the mattress? What do you even call that?
Just a fitted sheet.
It's like a fitted sheet, and it's got the riffles in it and stuff like that, right? That, soaking wet. And then
Did she put it on your bed?
Yeah, what she does is she takes the laundry, she packs it all into one thing. Like, we're talking comforters, sheets, pillowcases, all in one load. And because it all washes in one load, she believes it's all going to get dry in 45 minutes in another load. The problem is that stuff doesn't tumble, it just spins, and the stuff in the middle is sopping wet still. Mm-hmm. So I said, the fitted sheet, soaking wet. The sheet that goes over that, damp. The comforter, soaking wet. She goes, it's going to be fine. It'll be dry by tomorrow. I go, but I got to go to sleep tonight.
Yeah, how uncomfortable.
Like, I'm going to get 4 hours sleep tonight in a wet bed.
Yeah, she's a smart lady, too.
Here's what happens. She grabbed one thing out of the dryer, and it was dry. One corner of one thing. She balled it all up, walked it upstairs, dropped it on the floor, said, I'm going to wait till my husband gets home, and then we'll fix all this. I can't understand how at her age she hasn't learned that the comforter goes in one load. And you got to stop that halfway, flip it all around, and then everything else can go in the next one. What's the disconnect there, do you think?
I don't know. Whenever we do linens,
she was working from home all day.
Balls. Like, I'll put tennis balls in there if we do linens.
Why?
Because it breaks it up. It's not like individual items of clothing.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
But I'm just
have her try that.
She had all day. It wasn't like we only had 45 minutes to dry our clothes. Mm-hmm. I had to feel to get off that off my chest. Okay, I'm really kind of sleep deprived right now. If I asked you just the straight up question, what did you do as a kid or a teenager that got you most in trouble with your parents, you would say?
Probably, and it was when I was like 18, when they found out that I had started smoking. Oh. So I smoked for only a few years, and then I stopped.
How'd they handle that?
She was just like, my dad started crying, and my mom had gone into my convertible, and a cigarette butt had, like, I thought I threw it out, while I was
you thought
driving.
You just littered, sure.
And then it went behind my seat and just burned out.
So they never smelt it on you?
I don't know. That's the thing. I'm like,
I could smell a smoker a mile away.
I wonder if they just dismissed it, or if I just never got that close to them where they would smell it. But I can't
that much
imagine.
Cucumber melon spray on you that they couldn't smell it.
But I I remember just the disappointment. I raised Liam the way that I was raised, where I don't like flip out. I've never hit him. He's never been spanked. He's only been like, I only took away his electronics one time. And I couldn't even handle it because he was like bothering me. So I gave him back.
Biggest thing you can do as a parent is just tell him you're disappointed in him.
Yeah. And that normally works. And when I saw my dad crying, he's like, I can't believe you do that to your body. Like, neither of us smoke. What made you choose that? You know, and then I just felt really bad.
What do you say to him when he says that?
I just said, I'm sorry, I'll stop. And then I still kept going for like 2 more years.
Lie
but
to
then
your face.
I'll be more careful so you wouldn't find out. But I honestly, like, they were pretty chill and lenient with stuff, even though I took the car out, like stole the car from like age 12 to 14. They finally caught me and, you know, I wasn't grounded or anything.
I found one of my dad's Playboys.
Yeah.
And my cousin and I were sorting through. This is how stupid this was. My dad had a Playboy in like a cabinet in the garage, and my cousin and I stumble upon it.
Yeah.
And my dad had parked his boat in our garage at the time. And for whatever reason, my cousin Jason and I climb into the back of the boat while it's on the trailer in a garage, and we're looking through this Playboy. And for whatever reason, my mom must have thought it got way too quiet out in the yard. And she comes into the garage. She's like, "What are you doing?" And instantly he throws it on the floor, and we start looking at like fishing lures or something like that.
Yeah.
And then she notices it there, and she's like, "All right, Jason, it's time to go home. I'm going to be calling your mother in a little while to tell her what you did. So why don't you get out ahead of it and tell her what you've done?"
Oh, man.
And she grabs me, and she makes me sit down and watch Little House on the Prairie, which was on TV at the time, because she thought, you know, that holy of a show was going to clean me up.
Would you rather have taken a licking?
Oh,
Or did you like watching Nelly?
well, I don't think anybody wants to take a beating.
Right.
But at that point, so here was the deal, though. This is like 10 o'clock in the morning. My dad's not going to be home till like 5 or 6.
Oof.
And so I got a good, healthy dose of Little House on the Prairie. And then the thing of, we'll be talking about this when your father comes home.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there in silence the whole time. And my dad comes home. And, of course, my mom instantly goes, "Gary, why is there a Playboy in the garage? And why did your 10-year-old son find it?" And he's like, "Oh, there's an article about the special forces in there."
Yeah.
And I had to read it. Somebody gave it to me, right? Like, he's lying through his teeth, too. But the worst was, and I'm not Catholic. I didn't grow up Catholic. I'm Lutheran. And if you're Lutheran, the differences are vast. But one of the biggest differences is you don't have confession. And I had a lot of friends that were Catholic, and they would tell me about confession. Mm-hmm. And I was always like, wait, you're going to go sit in a little box and tell a guy you don't know what you did wrong? That sounds ridiculous.
I feel like I would feel lighter.
I'm sure you do, right? Right? You get it off your chest. Yeah. You get absolved of your sins, yada, yada, yada. But my mom, and she played organ at our church. So she was very, very close with our pastor. Made me sit down, made me arrange a meeting with our pastor.
Yeah.
Pastor Nagashima.
Okay.
And tell him what I had done. I'm 10 years old. I got to go into our church office, go into the back, have the pastor shut the door, sit me down. And he goes, and she didn't tell him at all. She told him, he's going to need to tell you something. And I want you to listen to him and then give him some spiritual advice. And I sit down and he goes, "All right, what's going on?" I said, "Well, I found my dad's Playboy and I was reading it." And he just sat there like, "That's it?"
Yeah.
He's a pastor, right? Like, you're telling me he hasn't seen a boob? And I go, "Yeah." And my mom's really, really mad about it. My dad said it's not his. And you could tell in the inside, he's relieved that I didn't come in there with like a murder confession or something, or, you know, like whatever. I abused the neighbor's dog or something. And he goes, "All right, well, you know, you got to ask God for forgiveness. And, you know, we got to try and do better." It was like 14-second conversation.
Right.
And I go, "All right, that's it?" And he goes, "Yeah." Like, I had heard all of these stories. My dad grew up Catholic and got beat by nuns. Like, so I thought I was going to take a whooping there.
Yeah.
No, not so much. Really like that guy.
Okay.
Wherever he is today.
Well, I'm glad it turned
Pastor
out for you.
Nagashima, tip of the cap, man.
I don't think anyone should be shamed because they look at someone's boobs. You know, that I've never understood
It's
that
weird
was
you're
something.
born that way.
Yeah. All right, so the most loved 90s trends are trending today, and people are naming off some of the stuff that they would love to come back. Doc Martens, which I just saw a kid
Oh my
wearing
gosh,
Doc
I still have a
Martens the other
pair.
day.
I
Do
have
you?
a pair in our closet, yeah.
They said you can credit your strong calves to these, and it's the huge Doc Martens.
They're heavy shoes.
They were baggy jeans, crimped hair, perms, leather jackets, and the Rachel haircut.
Oh, I was always liked that. I thought that looked good on most women.
Every girl wanted it. It still, I think, would look good.
You see old pictures of Jennifer Aniston and don't look wrong.
No, it didn't. Denim jackets were also on the list.
Oh, my wife is way ahead of the curve.
She's got her denim jacket.
She
Yep.
hates it when I call it the Canadian tuxedo, too.
Does she wear it with jeans?
She wears it with everything.
Okay. All right. So this Good Samaritan, I want to end on a high note. Just out of nowhere, he's like, I have some extra cash in my pocket. Could I make a difference with it?
How much would you say you spend on gas a month?
I spend like about $50 a week.
Can I pay for your gas for a couple months?
What? Seriously?
Yeah.
You are such a blessing.
No, you are. Seriously.
you.
Oh, at least she said thank you. That's where I was about ready to go off. If she
You
didn't at
wouldn't
least
take
say
you are such a blessing as
no,
a
that's not
form of-
thank you. That's just a statement. You're a blessing. Thank you.
I think
is
that's actually sweeter than thank you.
I think
You
they're
are
both
such a
great, but you got to say thank you if some guy's going to give you $400.
God. See, you would give something and expect something in return.
Just a
That's
thank
just
you. I
how
don't expect
are.
anything. Ever had a recall on your vehicle?
Yes, because it was like the highly stolen or the highest.
Oh,
stolen
yeah, because you have a
vehicle.
Kia, and those are getting ripped off everywhere.
But then Kia called us in and they put like this extra anti-theft.
Did that work? I guess I haven't heard about it. Those Kias and Hondas for a hot minute were getting stolen off every street.
I've been to the city several times and I still have my car, so.
The reason I ask is if you have a Honda, they recently recalled like 250,000 vehicles due to brake pedal defects. Here's what I want the recall on. My windshield wiper or the gas cap rattling loose, not the brake pedal not working. So I guess it affects Honda Accords and CRVs. Owners advised to contact Honda immediately for repairs to ensure your safety. The brake pedal issues could lead to accidents and injuries.
Okay.
So
That's a bit unsettling.
It's crazy that this came up this morning because I was watching an Instagram reel before I went to bed last night, and it said, what was he even thinking? What was happening was there was an older gentleman who was looking at buying a souped-up golf cart from a younger man. This guy's got his wife's SUV parked in the driveway, and the golf cart is in the garage. And the old guy, I mean, he's got osteoporosis. You can tell he's rather elderly, probably in at least his 80s. He sits in the golf cart. He wants to get a good look at it. This thing's got the mirrors, the speakers, the lights, everything completely dialed in. And the younger guy's standing next to him, and he's telling him about it, and the old guy punches it, and this thing is souped up. And he goes, boom, boom, right into the SUV. Falls out the side.
Oh,
So
my God.
Now you got an old guy laying on your driveway. Your wife's vehicle's all dented up. And you got to make the guy buy the golf cart and fix the car, right?
Right.
But like, how do you do that? It's a weird situation.
I know.
So when I was thinking about this, I thought, have you ever been in a situation where the gas pedal got stuck? You accelerated too fast. My mom backed out of my parents' garage with the garage door down.
Did she have a lot on her mind? What was the reason why she did that?
2 kids. My dad was away at the Pentagon at the time, and I remember immediately she turns to me and she goes, "Don't tell your dad."
Oh.
And I go, "The garage door is broken. Like it's you can't fix it."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Don't tell your dad." I'm like, "He's gonna know." And eventually she calmed down. I think she told him on the phone that night. But I wanted to bring April onto the show because you kind of had a situation like this, right?
I was trying to learn how to drive a stick shift.
Okay.
And instead of hitting the clutch, I had the car in gear already, but I hit the gas pedal instead of the clutch, and the car was in first, so it went forward and knocked our garage door down.
There it is.
It was in my mom's brand new Datsun 280Z
Of course,
2+2.
brand new.
Oh, my God.
It wrecked the whole front end of it. She only had the car for like 3 weeks.
Oh.
I didn't mean it. I just wanted to learn to drive a stick.
Sure.
But I haven't been behind the wheel of a stick since, and that was like 5 years
You
ago.
should have took lessons from Kat because she was driving stick at 13.
Yeah, I taught myself. I feel like it would be very frustrating to teach someone how to drive a stick shift because you just kind of have to
You really can't even find
feel
one
it
anymore,
out.
though. You know, unless it's a high-end sports car, you really can't find one. But have you ever been in that situation where you hit gas instead of brake and everything went sideways? We stumbled across this a couple years ago. You know, being like the only radio station in town that will take live phone calls. And every time I'd say, "What's your name?" they'd be like, "Steven." "Oh, Steven, how's work on the farm today?" Kat would say. I'd be like, "What? How do you know he works on it? Do you know this guy?" She's like, "No, I can just sense it." Like, this is ridiculous.
I've been able to do it for a while since I was like 12.
So to test it out, all you have to do is give us your first name. And again, it really only is going to work, guys, if you don't know Kat. You could have been listening for a long, long time, but if she doesn't know you, this works. So give us your first name, and we'll see if she can tell you what you do for a living. Remember, if not, you're a huge winner. And what's yours on line 3 here?
My name's Morgan.
Okay, Morgan, there is absolutely no way that Kat knows you, right?
No.
Okay, perfect. So it's Morgan, Morgan.
Correct.
All right, Kat, you're on the spotlight. What does she do for a living?
This is so easy. Morgan, you are a caregiver.
Oh, well, sort of, in a way.
Like, what do you do?
So I'm a parent-aware coach. So I help caregivers or daycare providers build their quality.
I say we give her the I think that's a yes. I think that's a yes.
I know it's kind of a big umbrella, but I did feel your generous heart, so that's where I got it.
Isn't this weird?
That is crazy. Good job, Kat.
Thank
Hey,
you.
don't give her too much praise here, okay?
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Morgan. Have a great morning.
Yep, bye.
Years ago, we noticed that Kat seems to catch a vibe when you call our show. And we thought, let's really kind of put it to the test. Give us your name. If you don't know her, give us your name. She claims she can tell what you do for a living just by your name and hearing your voice. And your name is?
Jenny.
Jenny. So is it technically Jennifer, like on your birth certificate?
It is.
Yeah, because we always want to go with that. So, Kat, I know your mom's name is Jennifer. Does this mess it up at all?
No, it doesn't. And you said it was a Y or an IE. What'd you say? Did you?
Well, can't you make it whatever you want when you're Jennifer, right?
Sure.
Well, yeah, but what do you say?
But, I mean, it's Jennifer, right? Isn't that what you
Jennifer.
go by, like the birth certificate name?
All right. Yeah, I guess.
She's struggling. She's struggling here, guys. I think we got one. I think we got one.
Don't
She's
even.
rattled.
Jennifer, you work with kids?
I do.
In what kind of a setting?
At a school.
Okay,
At all
right
the
on.
schools.
Yeah, I'd say that's a win. Well done. Well done. And what do you get to do during the summer? Are you just kind of off and doing your own thing, or are you working all year round?
We have a summer program, too, so I'll get to substitute when people get sick.
How much notice do you get?
Sometimes days if it's for vacations or doctor appointments, and sometimes hours.
So literally somebody could be calling you right now saying, get your ass in here.
Yeah.
Coming up next with Kat and JJ.
By the way, good job. 2 for 2 today.
Oh, thank
Ran
you so
the
much.
table. Well done. I
never get it wrong.
I thought you were going to get rattled on that one because it seemed like your wheels were spinning. You had a little bit of.
I just have to make sure the name is right. That's it.
Thursday, another big day of winning during our live show from 6 till 10 in the Playhouse. Right away at 6:05, we're going to get you tickets to see Maroon 5 at the Xcel Energy Center in October. And then at 7:05, how about $50,000? Are we finally going to give away this money to you? Hopefully, if you're listening to the live show Thursday morning. Right now, let's wrap up our podcast.
Bingo! How fun!
Last week, someone lost an eye at bingo.
Bingo.
Bingo what bingo? Bingo!
This morning, Kat is on the hunt for the first person that can call that is listening
Who has seen something strange at the beach? This woman, this TikToker, her name is Haley, blasting any woman that wears a thong to a public beach.
I'm sorry, but why are we wearing literal thongs walking around the beach? Like, I just think it's so gross if you're wearing that at a public beach where there are families and children present.
Stop it.
I get it. You're confident. You want to look good. You are proud of your body. Okay, cool. I'm not saying you can't wear them. I'm not saying you shouldn't wear them. I'm just saying know the setting of which you should wear them.
God, you know what? I heard 12 children died last month because somebody wore a thong.
I kind of agree with her.
Good God.
I said the other
Really?
I said the other day the same thing, but I felt better because Haley is like probably 20 years younger than me saying the same thing. So
I bet she has no problem with a really buff 23-year-old guy wearing a Speedo.
I think if you're going to be around kids and you have, a nice rolled up sock there, I think it's kind of inappropriate too. I don't know. It's just kind of like Saint-Tropez, sure. Out on your pontoon in the middle of the lake, absolutely. But like when there are toddlers running around,
When
I
did
just
you
thought it was
become
weird.
such an old biddy?
Something strange that I saw. I remember Derek and I took Liam to a beach that is close by, and we wanted to have a family day. We thought it was going to be so fun. I packed a lunch, and this guy backs in to the water, staring at the crowd. He had this big cigar in one hand, a sandwich in the other, and he backs in, crouches down, goes pee, stands up and gets out. Didn't even try to hide it. Sometimes you walk and you pretend to like look at things while you're peeing. This guy, that was his bathroom. There were porta potties nearby.
Yeah,
I just
what's
thought it was
the big
really
deal?
strange. It was weird because there were kids swimming underneath the water all around him. I thought it was weird.
It's pretty sterile.
Okay.
I'm on the hunt this morning for anyone listening who's got this Brady Bunch type of family. Like you had kids, like at least 3 kids you brought into the relationship. They had 3 kids they brought into the relationship. You're living in harmony now. It's one big happy family. If either of these fit, I got to get you exciting news. Such exciting news. My friend Christina, and you know her well, got her American citizenship yesterday. She passed the test.
Okay.
I said, good. Now you can complain about the government like the rest of us, do some jury duty like the rest of us. So,
did her accent dull?
No.
Okay.
I think it's charming. I would say
I do
keep
too.
that.
I like it.
But we have these friends that they lived in Dubai for years, and they would come back to the Midwest because my friend Aaron's mom still lives here, but he married a girl from the UK that he had met when he was working overseas. And they would kind of spend summers here, and then they'd go back there. And so the kids had dual citizenship, and he had dual citizenship, but she had just kind of a green card status. Okay. And for the last 2 weeks, every time I'd see her at any event, she had this big stack of papers that she was studying for her American citizenship test. And she's a really, really bright lady, but she seemed super stressed about this.
Uh-huh.
And then we found out yesterday, she texted our group chat, hey, I'm an American citizen. I passed my test.
How many questions are there on
I'm
there?
not sure. I guess I was born here, so I never really worried about it. But it looks like it's a pretty intense thing. And it's not just, you can't just take it online. Like, you got to do it in front of somebody. And they ask you, what's the meaning of the Constitution? What does it stand for?
100 civic questions.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I guess you blazed right through it. So congratulations are in order. We have another citizen of the United States
another
of America.
Ignorant American.
Yay.
Welcome to the club.
And I said, this is great. I hope you get jury duty right away. I wonder if you can. I mean, how long do you have to be a citizen before you can get jury duty?
I don't know. I think as long as you're logged into whatever county you live in, you're set to go.
So if you're a taxpayer, you can do it
yeah.
long as you have citizenship?
So has she been paying taxes, or has her husband been paying taxes?
I'm sure. Well, she has green card status. She's been working here, so I'm assuming she's paying taxes.
I love when
either that or she's going to prison now because we're talking about it on the radio.
When is the next time Mystic Kim is going to be on? It is a very charming accent. So,
but then she walked into our baseball game last night. It started at 7:00, and she kind of came in fashionably late, like she usually does, and everyone's like, "Yay!" And there was nothing going on in the field, and everyone's looking at her, and she was a little embarrassed. But congratulations to my friend Christina. She's the newest American citizen. How we feeling?
Good. We are feeling good. We have a new baby in the family.
Congratulations. I didn't even know you were pregnant.
Oh, it was a chore.
You weren't showing it at all.
Oh, thank you so much.
And to bounce back and be here today already is just
I'm
miraculous.
a beast. What can I say?
Because you took 9 months off the last time you had a baby, and now...
your little comments, they can be done at any... But my kid's 12
How fun
now.
would that be?
You've been doing it for 12 years.
I know.
Anyway, so we have a new baby in the family, so I can't wait to go meet him this weekend, and that's kind of the big news of
Everything's
the day.
good, though? Everybody's happy and well?
The baby, everybody is well. I can't imagine going that far over my due date, which was only 3 days.
Yeah, but still, I mean...
Still.
Almost a 9-pound baby?
Yeah, that's great.
That's a big baby.
It is a big baby. I'm sure she is feeling it.
The baby hungry, too. They come out at 9 pounds. They're hungry.
They're ready. I'm going to bring him pizza this weekend. So.
I'm just going to blend her, put it in the bullet, and good to go. But that's it. That was your day yesterday?
Well, ran some errands, got some stuff done for the rest of the town festival that I had put on, kind of wrapped it up with a bow, so that feels good. Now I don't have to think about it until November, so that's good.
You start planning that thing in November, huh?
Oh yeah. So I had time when I dropped Liam off for basketball to watch that new Netflix show, Trainwreck: The Poop Cruise. Have you watched that?
No,
it is a documentary.
I've watched 4 minutes of television since January.
It looks like it. I don't even know when it happened. Maybe within the last 10 years, but it was the cruise, the Carnival Triumph. Do you remember that happening? It was all over CNN.
Was this the cruise ship that was dumping all the poo into the ocean?
They didn't dump all the poo into the ocean. What happened was this cruise ship, it was a 4-day cruise. They were going to Cozumel and then going back to Galveston, Texas. So the first 3 days, fantastic drinking, fun food, everybody having a good time. And then in the middle of the night on their way back to Galveston, all the power goes out on this cruise ship. and the alpha alert goes off. People are wondering what's going on. They think it's only going to be like an hour of this. They look up at that red tail on the Carnival cruise ship and it's on fire. So the whole engine room on fire. There's no way to repair any of these wires. They're all fried. So they are floating in the middle of the ocean.
You can't really tugboat a cruise ship, can you?
They had to.
Oh, okay.
To, I forget what, what part of Texas. Yeah, whatever it is. But they were floating there for 3 days. So what they had to do, they made announcements on this boat that said, listen, our electricity is out. I don't know how they made announcements, but our electricity is out and the toilets don't work. So if you have to go number 1, go stand in your shower and go number 1. If you have to go number 2, grab the red biohazard bags, go number 2, and then put them in the trash barrels that are in the aisle of your hotel room.
That's reasonable.
Disgusting. So what happened was they got this tugboat, and the tugboat on the 3rd day of them floating pulls them, and the whole boat kind of turns like this. All of the pee from all of the showers rains down on people that are inside the boat.
You got just piss coming through the ceiling?
There's no food. People are stepping on bags of poop. I mean, it was terrible, but like you'd think it would be a huge PR nightmare. Everyone that got off the boat praised Carnival workers.
Oh, so I suppose they were working hard.
It really did come out smelling like roses, I guess, for Carnival, but it took
till the documentary came out.
I know. It took $100 million to clean up this boat. And
I would just sink it.
I would too. That's what I'm like. Just sink it.
Blow it up.
Yeah. What good is it? But there's like pee and poop and vomit, and people were getting sick, and people couldn't sleep that had CPAP machines because they were afraid they were going to die. I mean, it was crazy. And then they brought another Carnival ship by, and those people were doing the YMCA, and they were drinking their margaritas, and they were on their phones, and all the other people that are like emaciated. They don't have food.
It was out there
like,
for 3 days, and they couldn't just bring another couple of boats next to it and have people get off.
It's too dangerous to do that. And the waters were getting choppy, and they were like, but just to watch the other Carnival cruise line go by, and everyone's waving and taking pictures like they're zoo animals. It is a good
What's
watch.
this called? The Poop Cruise?
Trainwreck, the Poop Cruise.
And it's on what?
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
It's so funny.
Is it just like an hour?
It's only one episode.
Okay,
yeah.
so
good.
I might be able to squeeze that in if there's a rain break.
I don't
want
to do a cruise, though.
Listen, every time you say you're going on vacation, I secretly pray for something like this to happen to you. Just
Why?
Because it'd be great material for the show. Like once you got back here and got decompressed,
that's terrible.
We'd have weeks of stuff to talk about. But I'm glad it's never happened to you. Imagine getting your undergraduate, thinking, you know what, I would like to argue for people's justice. You go to law school. Pass your bar exam, you decide you're going to fight for justice. You're a lawyer and you're in front of a female judge and something like this happens to you.
This could have been 3 separate...
Okay, but it wasn't 3 separate. Let's go with what happened in the case.
But, honey, oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That, I don't know what to say to this.
So, with him being so flustered, I don't think he seems like the guy that was trying to demean her for being a female judge, but it's like that instant regret feeling. So.
What's the thing you instantly regretted last?
Geez. I guess I don't live in a world of regret. I do remember that feeling, though, and I was very regretful for not locking the office door when I worked at my mom's school. Do you remember that story?
Oh, somebody jacked a bunch of money from you guys.
Yeah,
right?
I had the till from like this play that was going on. They gave it to me for safekeeping in the office. And for a brief moment, I was like, okay, I'm going to go run and check on the basketball tournament and see how that's going. And then I made my way back to the office and boom, it was gone. It was like somebody had watched me walk with that box of money into the office and they were just waiting for me at age 16 to do something dumb, and I had instantly regret. And for a moment, like when I was leaving, I'm like, I should lock that. And then I'm like, I'm only leaving for like 5 minutes.
I had one a month ago. The way I coach baseball is I try and keep it really lighthearted. Like I'll make fun of my players. Like if a pitcher throws a ball that's like over the catcher's head, I'll go, hey, good pitch, throw that again. Right? It keeps it light. I don't believe in yelling at these guys. But I had to take a mound visit. We had a pitcher out there who was struggling, and I just walked out, and I'm like, your parents here? And he's like, yeah. And I go, God, they must be embarrassed. This is horrible. Right? And I'm just trying to keep it light. I'm clearly not trying to dog this kid out. And all these kids know me by now. And he goes, and like, he's a 15-year-old boy.
Yeah,
he almost started crying. And I'm like, dude, no, I'm joking. You're going to get this guy.
But you weren't joking.
No,
he was doing terrible.
He was doing terrible. And that's the bottom line. But I was just like, your parents have to be embarrassed. He's like, starts getting, I go, no. It's going to be fine. I'm just playing around with you. Like, I instantly regretted saying it to that kid. Now, out of the other 13 kids on the team, I probably could have said it to all of them. And they'd have been like, shut up, coach. But this kid took it to heart, and I instantly regretted it. And he came back in the dugout after the inning, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. And I hunted down his parents after the game, and I'm like, man, I hit the wrong button with your kid. And his dad was like, well, he was doing horrible. You should have said that to him, right? And his mom was like, it's okay. So I just wanted to explore the last thing you had some instant regret on. And as soon as we brought that up, Noah had called the show. And you want to tell everybody kind of what you were telling us?
I'm in the middle of going through a divorce.
Okay.
Okay. And I can't call her my wife. My estranged wife's sister called me up and wanted to come over. And I was super excited because, I thought we've been hitting it off for a while. My wife's sister, I thought we'd been talking pretty good for a while. So she came over to talk. I got super excited. And I guess I thought she wanted to hook up. I thought she was just coming over for that warm window. And then so I guess I moved too soon, and I tried to kiss her.
And you instantly regretted it? What happened?
Dude, she kicked me square in the nuts.
No way. What a reaction.
I thought she was coming over to hook up. I thought it was, no, she was coming over to yell at me.
Well, what was she coming over for then?
To yell at me.
Oh, the opposite. All
that
right.
makes sense.
I'm divorcing her sister. She didn't want to hook up. She wanted to blast me. Yeah, no, I was... Oh, God. No, I hit the ground so hard. I instantly regret. Oh, my God. That was awful.
Who will survive and go see Maroon 5 live October 29th at the X? By the way, if you're looking for tickets, they'll go on sale Friday morning at 10 a.m. So win them before you can buy them right now. Would you like to meet the listeners on the island this morning, Kat? And then you're going to ask them one question. Based on their answer, you get to determine who is going to be president of Playhouse Island. Who swings the axe?
Okay. Bring it on.
Let's start with Heather this morning. Hi, Heather. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. We're great, too. Thanks for asking. Kat has one question for you. It would be...
Hey, Heather, what TV show is you? Like, if I were to say a TV show is my life, my relationship would be King of Queens. I'm Carrie. Derek is Doug.
Okay.
That's a good one. Oh, that's so hard.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry. We got a 4-hour show.
Take your time.
No, I hate to agree with Kat, but I would go with King of Queens.
Yeah.
That's a good show.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
Sounds
Heather,
good.
King of Queens girl.
Yeah.
All right, Heather, hang on a second. Now that we got to know you, let's get to know Brandon a little bit. How are you, Brandon?
Good. How are you guys?
Great. Thank you for asking. One quick question for Brandon, Kat.
Brandon, it's not a question. Make an animal noise. Any animal, and let's see if we can identify it.
Oh, it's a cow.
It's a...
Is that a horse?
Oh, my God. It did sound like a cat a little bit. Do it again.
Oh,
a bird.
Oh, no, that's a mongoose.
Is it? I don't think you even know, Brandon, but I just wanted to make you do that.
Was that really like a parrot? Is that what it was?
I think so.
Okay.
Early.
Jesus.
All right.
You guys are winning big time today. I'm so glad we're asking all these questions. Hello, Leanne. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Based on the first two answers, you can stay mute and probably win this thing. Kat, what's your question for Leanne?
Leanne, this is going to make us all hungry. Make the ultimate sandwich.
Okay, ultimate sandwich would have some chicken breasts, some barbecue sauce, spicy barbecue sauce, a little bacon, and Swiss cheese on a brioche bun.
Oh my
Jesus,
God.
like she...
Not to be specific.
Are you in the food service industry?
No, I'm not.
That was a great
I don't know
answer.
many that can spout out brioche on a whim like that.
I like the spicy, too. All right, well done. That's Leanne with the chicken sandwich. And in no particular order, we're bringing these listeners on the air. We also meet Dakota this morning. Hi, Dakota.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you for asking. One quick question for Dakota, Kat.
Dakota, if you could have changed your name at birth, what would it have been?
Oh my God. Okay, I don't know, but I don't want to be that mute, so I'm going to say the first one that came to mind, Amber.
Amber. Let's go, Amber. Okay, that is Dakota, who clearly is just rolling upstream. So now that we've met all of our listeners, Kat, you have the all-encompassing decision of deciding who's our first president of Playhouse Island this morning.
So he's the only one that can help us procreate and create this community. I'm going to do Brandon.
Okay. Brandon, well done. You are president of Playhouse Island, so you have all the power. You don't know which phone line you're on, but you know it's 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let's hang up on 1 and kick him off the island. We'll throw him to the Sharks. Which line do we hang up on, Brandon?
Number 1.
Are you sure you're not on that line?
I'm sure.
Brandon says hang up on line number 1. And Brandon, you just hung up on Leanne.
Oh, no.
Leanne, and
take
your delicious
brioche
sandwich.
bun and shove it.
Whoa.
Oh, I was
very
kidding.
aggressive. And unlike you, I still think you're okay, Leanne, but you can't win these tickets. Have a great morning. Brandon, well done. You survived the first round of cuts. Who goes next? Line 2, line 3, or line 4?
Line 3.
Line 3 must go. Therefore, we say goodbye to... Oh, Brandon, you just hung up on Heather. I'm so sorry, Heather. Have a great morning. Take care. See, you should answer the question. All right, you got a 50-50 chance now, Brandon. Again, rarely does somebody run the table on this contest, but you could be that guy. Which line do I hang up on last? Line 2 or line 4?
Hang up on last?
No, I mean, like, I'm going to hang up on line 2 or line 4 right now. Which one?
Okay, let's hang up on 4.
We hang up on 4. That means... Are you sure, Brandon?
Let's do it.
Go with your gut.
Dakota, he just hung up on you. I'm so sorry. No! You didn't win, but have a great morning. And Brandon is a winner. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
Nice job.
Congratulations. Your horrible animal noises found you putting a little circle on your calendar for October 29th. You are going to go see Maroon 5.
How fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
What do you got going on this morning, bud?
Just getting ready for work.
What do you do?
I sell car parts.
Excellent. So,
To the American people?
do you know where that's from?
I
from
sell
Tommy
car
Boy.
parts
I don't.
to the American people.
And Tommy Boy, Dan Aykroyd is, what is it? Zelensky.
I can stick my face in a
Oh,
cow's...
yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. I sell car parts to the American people because that's what they want, and I'm a hardworking American. All right.